Is looking for a second date update with Samantha. Hey, Gordon, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good. So let's talk about Samantha. How'd you two meet? How'd the first date go?
So we met on Tinder. Surprise there, right? She seemed really cool. So we talked for a few weeks before we decided to meet up. Make sure we both have time to quarantine, right? But it took us a long time mostly to line up our schedules because we work two completely different shifts. She's a 9-to-5er, and I work thirds right now, so completely, literally night and day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking she hasn't called me back, because our schedules are tough, and it just takes so long for us to try to find the right time together.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just kind of let her know that I've been talking to my boss, and I should be getting on second soon, and maybe even first. So then our schedules will line up perfect, and then that's not in the way anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So are you doing that for her, or are you just doing that because it would just make your life easier in general?
A little column A, a little column B. I mean, it would be great. And I thought about it initially because of her, because I thought our date went really well.
Yeah.
And just if it doesn't work out with her, it's going to help my life in the future,
Right. Okay. So You made a date. What'd you guys do?
We just grabbed some drinks. That was the main thing. We hung out, but we were drinking long enough that we actually ended up getting some food. So we were, it was a good date. It was a couple hours. We talked about a lot of different stuff and didn't argue about anything, which is really good. There were no pauses, no lulls, no uncomfortable moments. It was just cool the whole time. We're just drinking and having food. It was a good date. It was a really good time. And then I got a hug, so that's great. But it's just, there were no signs that she wasn't into me, basically. So I don't know what happened. I just think it's a scheduling thing. So if you guys can get through to her and you can reach her, then we can work out, let her know that my schedule's changing and, we can see where this goes, because it was wonderful.
I love the amount of thought Gordon has put into this. He knew all the questions we'd be asking. He covered all the bases.
Yeah, you got it all figured out, man. I hope you're right. I hope it's something that simple as a scheduling conflict.
Yes, I'm a talker too, so that's probably why I nailed all of your questions, because I just kept going. So hopefully that wasn't it. Hopefully it was a scheduling thing.
All right. Well, she should be flattered that you've given her this much thought, I think.
I think so too.
So, Gordon, how about we do this? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll call Samantha and see what she thought of you and your date coming up next with Jeff and Jen here at Cincinnati's Q102. All right, Gordon met Samantha on Tinder. They talked for quite a bit before they finally got together in person for a date, in part because they work opposite schedules. So making a date happen took a bit of time, and Gordon seems to think there's a possibility that's why she's not getting back to him, in part because they work opposite shifts. And when he considers the date, he said everything was great. They couldn't have gotten along better. No arguments, no disagreements, no awkward moments.
You didn't say anything that, if you're a talker, did anything just kind of spill out your mouth that maybe you didn't think through before you said it that could have possibly been offensive to her?
No, I've considered anything. I don't think I said anything out of place.
We'll see. Let's make the call. See what's up.
Hello?
Samantha's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
For real?
The whole gang
Yeah.
here. Say hey.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi.
Jen, Fritz, and Tim, we're all here. We got you on speakerphone.
What's going on?
Just your friendly neighborhood radio station calling you in the morning to say hello.
Cool.
And a friend of yours called us this morning. I guess hasn't heard from you in a while and wanted us to check in, see how you were. You've been busy lately?
Yeah. Who called you?
Remember Gordon, the guy you met on Tinder?
Oh, my God. I cannot believe he even called you guys.
Why do you say that?
Oh, God. Honestly, what an idiot. Okay,
You or him?
Him. He got completely wasted. Like, really drunk.
And you? Did you stay sober?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big drinker, so, I mean, I only had a couple, and he picked me up for the date. and then drove me to the restaurant. And he got wasted. I only had a couple. He could tell that I was okay. So he asked me to drive him home because apparently he already had 2 DUIs and didn't want to get another one.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't really know what to do. Like, I figured if I just left him to, like, get a cab, he was just going to drive himself home and he might, kill someone.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know what to do, so I drove him home to his house, which, of course, is like 40 minutes away from my house.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess he thought that meant I was going to be staying the night, which no way, no thank you.
So then how'd you get home?
I had to call an Uber, and so I called an Uber, and he was like, okay, cool, you got a ride, went inside, and then I guess went to bed, so I'm waiting outside alone for this driver to show up. It took like 10 minutes, and I don't know this neighborhood. It didn't seem like, the nicest part of town.
We are out on this for sure.
Yeah.
So leading up to that, like to the point where you realized it was going to go that direction, had you been having a good time? Did you enjoy the conversation?
I mean, it was fine. Like, I don't know. When he got so drunk, I was kind of like not really feeling it anymore because that's just not.
Yeah.
That's not something I do. Like I said, I'm not a very big drinker, so that's just not kind of my scene.
Sure.
But I don't know. He was fine until he just got so sloppy, and it was just really unappealing.
You're over it.
Okay.
For sure.
Samantha, if you're a fan of the show, you know that Gordon's on the phone right now listening, and we need to bring him into the conversation to get his reaction. Gordon, you left out the part where you got wasted.
I wasn't that drunk. I was just trying to be cautious. I don't want another DUI because they pin you if you just have a little bit in your system. I was well enough to walk around and talk to you, and everything was great, and you didn't want to come up. So, I mean, that's why I'm sorry you had to get an Uber and everything and wait. In the neighborhood, it's a good neighborhood. You were fine.
Yeah, no, he was. I guess we have different standards of what really drunk is then, because you were not fine at all. It was sloppy and not cute at all.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gordon.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always more fish in the sea, right?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think there's any. There's like, can you understand why maybe that wasn't cool, or why she would think it wasn't cool?
I mean, it sounds like you got a history here, and I just want you to be well.
I'm not well. I like to drink a little bit. I didn't get that drunk. If she doesn't, if I'm not her vibe, then that's fine. I mean, if she didn't, if she was concerned about me at all, then she didn't have to drive me all the way home. She could have just left from the bar. I would have been fine. I would have got myself home responsibly. And now, she leads me on by taking me home to my place, and then I feel rejected and all. It doesn't matter.
Can you understand, though, why maybe you shouldn't have left her out on the street?
That's my thing, too.
I'm not going to try to make a pass on her. I'm a gentleman. She could have crashed on the couch if she felt better, if she didn't want to go home. But she wanted to go home, so that's her. She's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Samantha, thank you for taking the call and setting us straight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And Gordon, best of luck to you.
You guys too. Thank you so much.
All right, take it easy.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.